Hello, my name is Rivas Mayoki, an author, a sci-fi author, a romance author, a history author, an author. I write books. I write a lot of books. I write poetry and fiction. I write philosophy too. I seem so like, look at me. I don't know. For now, I don't have outer signs of success, but I am quite successful in my own right. All I'm lacking is an audience to come in and to judge me. Because that's what the audience do. They judge you. It doesn't matter do they adore you or hate you. It's a judgment. In adoration, you're the perfect being. In hatred, you're the worst thing ever. So it's a spectrum. I will land somewhere on it. Probably, hopefully not just like hated by everyone. Some will hate me, but probably not everyone. There are rare people who are like that, who are just adored or just hated. Most of us just land somewhere in the middle of the spectrum. Anyway, I wrote so many things that I already feel successful because I did succeed. I always talk about my failures because that's the way I'm raised, to think about all the things that you're liking and that aren't going your way. It's the mindset we have. I think quite normal my mindset from my point of view. It's quite a lot harder to break out of that mindset than to maintain it. A mindset of lacking. And I know people quite satisfied with that mindset. It's like it's not energy consuming, or it's energy consuming. Anyway, there's something about it that works for some people. I will do my origami snippets to do my this circle. I don't know. I like it. My daughter found it online, and I was like, that's fun to do. I love to do origami. There are lots of things I love to do, but it's the time management. Everything can be made time for. Just you need to squeeze it somewhere in. Anyway, I'm successful. That's my stance, because I achieved more than I set out to do. I set out to write a novel or two, maybe three, that are decent and that are read and that have an audience. And I already wrote much more than that. I already even published much more than that. So I did succeed. And the fact that the audience is still not in, it's inconsequential to me. I do want them to come in. I need money. Everybody needs money. It's just like our society. You need money too. I need money to buy books to my children when the school starts. So, I'm just like confident audiences will come in. It's interesting enough for people to be curious and to enter. And when they enter, they are trapped. Nobody's trapped, but it's fun enough for people to return, I hope. Some people, not all people. We are not all the same, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. Even this is not tea. It's not coffee either. I'm neither the coffee nor tea person. So I self-published because I lost patience in writing an agent letter. I think I wrote in every agency there is in England. In Great Britain. But London is in England, so I'm not quite wrong. Because London is a place I want to move to. And I focused my attention to a place I want to end up in. And I've sent only a few to New York, which is probably a mistake I made, because New York is bigger and their market is bigger, and they're more inclined to think, fight, and resent LGBT plus people. But I didn't want to get stuck to move to America, so I was like, not confident enough to send a lot of letters to New York, because it was like, what if they accept me? Will I have to move there? And it's a culture I'm much more doubtful about. I don't understand, and it was like, I don't know. It was hard for me to label myself as LGBT plus outer. I'm still not really comfortable in labeling myself like that, because even if I do, if even if I am on the spectrum and I do identify as LGBT, LGBT, I just forgot how you pronounce it. That says a lot about me. Anyway, even if I identify with a queer identity and have one, I didn't have a queer life, a queer experience, and I live pretty much a traditional straight life. And I don't feel comfortable taking up space for people who are less privileged than I am, who are more on the forefront of and more visible than I am. I can pass as a woman, and even when I explain my condition and my intersex features, people are just like, "But you're a woman. That's normal." And I do make a traditional choices. I conform to my religion more or less. I'm not overstepping any Catholic boundaries too much, and it's just like I don't want to take up a space and pose to be something I'm not, so to speak, because I think that queer experience, I will use queer because I'm comfortable with it, and I use it for myself, and it's easier. You see, I forget the letters, even if I said them correctly, I will said them wrongly in some points. So just consider it my language barrier overcoming. People are fighting on four fronts, having non-conforming lives and trying non-conforming lifestyles, and I'm here in the back bench, having my little straight life and dreaming of pocket picket fences and choosing my dishes and just that's not it. It's not what being queer in this moment is for people. So I think housewife would housewives would be easier to identify with me than any other group of people, but what can you do, because I'm a housewife, even though I'm not a wife. Ha 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 ha! I'm lacking a husband. So that's another terrible thing for me to extract and make me like, oh, she's lacking a husband. It's nice to have a husband if he's a good one. Good for you. Good for you. Because not all marriages fail because of abuse and or terrible things. Some marriages fail just because you married the wrong person who was right at the time, but time goes by, you change, they change, and things stop functioning, and it's better to let go and to sail into unknown seas, hoping everything will turn out for the best, than to cling on to something that doesn't work and it makes everyone miserable. I don't know, I think I didn't good with my divorce. By my estimation, everyone included are better off this way than it was before we divorced. So I'm writing that in as a score to myself. It's a success. A divorce that is a successful one. Uh, all I'm lacking, again, me, is a new path, a new partner, a new way of being. Maybe in London. I don't know. I've been fixated on London for quite some time now, since 2014. I don't remember. Who remembers? years went by, and it's just all everything becomes a blur. Memory is like a fast river running over the pebbles. The pebbles are memory, and the further you go up the stream, the less pebbles you can see behind you, and there are few pebbles you pick up on your way, and you keep them in your pocket and you watch them, and those are memories that you hold dear and that stay with you, the memories uh, that you want to keep, that you want to remember. And as times goes by and you take out and return those pebbles, you always discard one or two and take in a new one. And so memories that we have are just a collection of pebbles, the fine collection you kept over time and refused to throw out. So some people keep good memories, some people keep bad memories, some people keep a mixed bag of everything. It all depends on what draws your attention, what keeps your focus. And I'm trying to keep my focus on good things. So it's a challenge to look back and to keep the memory why I divorced and what brought me here where I am. Uh, and not to cling on the bad things that brought up that choice, because to divorce there has to be bad things, there has to be discomfort and misunderstandings and arguments. It's not something that just happens. We divorced, why? You had a reason, everyone has a reason to divorce, but it's a private thing. And it's not anybody's fault. Not, don't think in my case it's anybody's fault. So it's just something that happened in life, and it brought me here to the shore to make origamis before YouTube, and to be someone new, and to think about how can I present my work if I'm refusing to label it as queer exclusively. And that's a struggle, because I do refuse to label my books as queer exclusively and myself as queer exclusively. If I did that, I would probably find a publisher, some small one, but it's like a dead sentence for my books, because I do write LGBT plus characters and books, but I write, I don't know how to describe it. Yes, I have LGBTQ plus. I say all the letters right this time. Queer characters of all sides of the spectrum. But I don't write queer stories. It's never about queer experience as we perceive it today. It's not about being a sad gay who can find love, or being misunderstood, transgender. It's about an adventure that is beyond being LGBT. Oh, I got it wrong again. Queer. Being queer. They just happen to be queer and having a love affair or adventure, and they are part of a grander scheme of events in my book. But the book is never just about queer issues. It's not about queer experience. It's not about queer life. That is not something I can or are authorized to write, because I said I don't have a queer life. I have a traditional life with children, ex-husband, maybe future husband, house, some camping, because I claimed camping for myself. When you divorce, there are things you give up, like activities you did with your ex-spouse. and that are so marked by that experience that you don't want to do them again. You did it for your ex, it was a compromise, it was something you did together, and it was like awkward. What will I do? I won't do that now that they are not in my life. But I decided what I want to do, and I claimed for myself camping, kayaking, and hiking. Those are three things that are mine. If he wants to do them, he's free to do them. Or he already does. He moved on. But I'm willing to do them again. Like those are things I love. I did a hike before I met him. I met him very young. So hiking, I love hiking, and kayaking is marvelous. But I don't want to give out a wrong impression. I'm not a sports person in the that I can compete in something. It's just like recreation. I love recreational sport where you have fun more than anything, and when you spend time with people, laugh and just enjoy the beautiful scenery, because nature is the beautiful scenery. Now I have to go out and sit under some tree and contemplate life and everything I want from it. That's it. Love you all. And when you appear, don't judge me too much. Bye.